Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for watching this video. Today I am going to be doing a video all about products that have not worked out for me. Recently I have been trying a bunch of new products, especially drugstore products, because everything, you know, is just new and new and new. So I've been trying a lot of stuff and some stuff just really hasn't worked for me. So I have some makeup stuff and a few little skincare items to share with you guys. First thing I want to talk about though is this shirt. This I did wear in my vlog, so if you saw my vlog then you did see this. But this shirt is so cute. It says Honorary Gilmore Girl. It's adorable. My sister got it off of Etsy. I will try to find it if I can, but it is so cute and it's really comfortable and it fits very true to size. So I really, really love this t-shirt. But anyways, that is totally beside the point. Let's go ahead and talk about products that I absolutely did not like. So let's go ahead and start with face stuff because I have a bunch of hair on me. Don't you hate that when you like feel a hair? But let's talk about things face stuff that didn't work. Okay, I did a full review on these things. I will link that for you guys, but these are the Physicians Formula color correctors. These did not work whatsoever. They're really like patchy when they blend, and the way they are like split pan, this is the peach lavender one, it's so hard to get your sponge or like your brush in the exact spot, and it just, I like how light the shades are, but it just, the dual stuff makes it really difficult to use, and like I said, when they blend, they were really like patchy. Okay, another color correcting thing, this is the Maybelline Master Camo color correcting little palette. This is not like absolutely horrible, it's just very greasy, and I tried this one and I also tried the L'Oreal color correcting one, and the L'Oreal one I liked a lot better. That one was a little bit more creamy, where this is very thin and greasy formula, and you really only get like one color corrector, and that is the green one. The yellow one and like the peachy toned one, they're barely even there, and it's just, they're just really thin and greasy, so I would just skip out on that. Okay, this is a e.l.f. product, and this is the Matte Blush Duo in Soft and Subtle, and these are the shades. Now this is totally a shade thing, this is not a formula thing. I like the other one, that's the like more rosy blush duo, but yes, I know it says soft and subtle, but these are really like odd shades for me. Like this one is more, it's like a very like yellow color, to where when I wear this, it's like, did you just buy like too dark of powder? And you know what I mean? It doesn't look like an actual like blush. It just looks like I bought a face powder that's way too dark for me. And then this one over here, I actually could probably use this for like a contour one. Actually, this formula isn't that great, you guys. It's really hard to get color. Anyways, that's that. Again, when I wear this as a blush, it's like, did you wear your contour shade as your blush? Like, it looks really weird. So these two colors I just think are a little weird for my taste. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Okay, foundations. This is going to be no surprise. I talked about both of these foundations in my like new drugstore concealer foundation rundown video, so I'll link that video for you guys. But this is the L'Oreal Infallible Total Cover 24-Hour Foundation. I talk about this in depth, but this product is so bad, you guys. Like, you better not have anything to cover up, because it will cling on to any blemish, any dry patch, any like weird texture on your skin it will cling to. It will settle into every fine line and every pore you have, and it makes you look like a total cake face, and it does not last 24 hours. So that being said, skip on this. This is the e.l.f. Aqua Mousse Foundation. This is a little bit better than that L'Oreal one, but it's still not great. This does, like, if I wear a primer with this, it clings onto the primer and it almost makes it look very like dry skin, and it's just weird. I don't really like it. And it's not like a mousse formula. The coverage isn't really there for me, and I don't like it. Okay, two more like new drugstore face things. These are the Wet n Wild highlight sticks and blush sticks. The highlight one was broke when I got it. This, like, it's not connected in there whatsoever, and it was like that when I bought it, which was super annoying. It's very dry, obviously, because it's already like dried away. Let me get my towel. It's like already dry enough to crack off, but it's also just a really dry formula, to where, did I have a cut? I think I got a paper cut or something. I feel like I did. Anyways, this is just a really dry formula to where it, like, the color doesn't really stay on. It's just very sparkly. It's not as much like glowy or highlighty, so I just don't like that. The blush one I kind of have the same issue with. It's a really dry formula, and the color is really pretty, but the color doesn't last on my skin. The color fades really fast to where then I just have all this shimmer like right here on my face where all my pores are. And this is a really pretty like shimmery shade, but again, when the shade is gone and it's just the shimmer, that's when I don't really like it. So that just fades super fast. Right, so the next thing I have is another L'Oreal product, and this is the L'Oreal Contour Sponge. I love the foundation sponge and I love the concealer sponge that they came out with. But this contour one is so stiff, and when I use it dry, it just kind of buffs away all of my foundation. When I use it wet, it's so big that it's really hard to get like a precise contour line, and just like nothing blends with this. This doesn't blend anything. You kind of have to like go back and forth, or you know, it's just weird to use, and it's very, very stiff to where it makes blending really difficult. I would just use the foundation sponge or just like a normal beauty blender, beauty sponge type of product. I just think that this is really unnecessary and it's just too weird to use and it doesn't really work. Okay, let's move on to lip stuff. I feel like I have a lot of L'Oreal stuff to talk about and I feel really bad. This is the L'Oreal Infallible Paints, like lip paints. Now again, this is not a formula thing, or yeah, this is not a formula thing. This is a shade thing. So I love the nudes in this line. I have Spicy Blush and I absolutely love that one. But this shade is Sultry Sangria. And I think like the deeper shades in this kind of formula, like this lip paints formula, just doesn't really work, especially for me, because of just how patchy they are. Because they are that like paint type of formula to where it's just really uneven and it's really patchy, and that's the way it applies onto the lips. And so it'll kind of like settle into lines, or it'll cling on to different things, and it just looks really bad, and it's really hard just to get a nice even application because it's this like lip paint, you know, dark shade type of thing. That's just not my favorite like formula and shade paired together. The nudes in this line, like I said, Spicy Blush, beautiful. I absolutely love it. The darker shades though, I don't really like. Okay, this is from Wet n Wild, and this is their Mega Cushion Soft Matte Lip Cream. This is in the shade, what are you? Melon It Like It Is. This is like really hard to get up. You gotta like push, girl. You gotta push like you are giving birth to a baby. You gotta like, oh my God. And then when it comes out, I know this is gonna be really gross to some people, but then when it comes out, it looks like a blackhead. When you like pop a blackhead, that's what it looks like. And it freaks me out. I'm just like, ew, I don't want to put that on my lips. It's this like really hard, like just string of product. And then when you get it on, it's so drying. I just can't even handle it. And so it's like how difficult it is to use, plus the way it looks when it comes out, plus the drying, it's like, girl, bye. Like I can't even. Okay, these next things are the NYX Epic Ink Lip Dyes. Now, when I showed these in my haul, a lot of you guys in the comments were like, oh my gosh, these things suck. Don't even try them. They're horrible, blah, blah, blah. But me, I was like, well, I gotta try them for myself. Yeah, they're bad. Okay, these are true like lip stains. They are not a very like matte, thick liquid lipstick. So a part of me was like, oh, that'll be kind of nice, right? Because I won't have like that thick, cakey, drying thing sitting on top of my lips. But it's kind of similar to like that Sultry Sangria situation. Swatched out on the hand, they look really pretty because you can get a nice even application. They don't look very like, you know, patchy or anything. This one is a beautiful shade. This is in Victorian. I kind of want to wipe that off though because it will really stain if I'm not careful. Yeah, like it already started to stain after I wiped off that swatch. So the whole lip dye, yeah, totally true. They do really like dye your lips. This one is in Invasion, and I don't really want to swatch it because it's going to like stain my hand, but it's a really like dark vampy shade. Okay, the issue with these, because they're a dark shade and how thin of a formula they are, when you put it on your lips and you really start to you know, on your hand, the skin is pretty smooth, at least, you know, on mine. It's not like there's not a whole lot of lines for it to settle in or anything like that. When you get it on the lips, it settles into all of your lines, and then when you try to smooth it out, it just looks patchy because of how fast it sets and it dries. So then you gotta dip and go again, but then it's like, oh, over here is darker, where over here is really, you know, just sheer, because it's like, this is such a thin formula that if you really want like a bold statement, you gotta do a couple layers. But again, because of that, it's like, it's so patchy looking. They're so difficult to use. And yes, they absolutely like stain your lips like for the whole next day. So, and I would say that like the nude shades wouldn't be bad, but there's no nude shades in the collection, and that's what kind of stinks. These are all like, all of them in the collection that at least I saw at my Ulta on display were like bold or vampy type of shades. There was no like nude type of shades. So I just think that these are just really bad. I love like the NYX lip lingeries are really good. The liquid suedes are really good. I think if you want that kind of like lip stain matte look, just go with something like that and not necessarily with these, because these, like I said, they just settle, they're patchy, and they're like really difficult to get a nice even look, and they do dye your lips. All right, moving on to eye things. Another L'Oreal product. I told you guys I have a lot of L'Oreal and I feel really bad, but that's just the way the ball bounces. This is the L'Oreal Infallible Paints Liquid Eyeliner. This is just in the black one. This is in Black Party. They do have a bunch of really fun shades, which I think is cool. And maybe it's just me that I'm not used to using a black liquid liner like this. I normally use them in like the style of you have to dip your brush in. I don't use the pen style very much at all. But I really liked the tip. It's very like precise. It comes to a really nice point. So I was like, oh, for a wing, that'll be beautiful. Well, unfortunately, the tip part, like, let me just draw on my, it's just not really black like at all. Like that's just, you guys can't even see that. So in order to get a lot of pigment, you got to press hard and down. So then your line ends up looking really thick. It bleeds like crazy as well. And so in order to get the black line that I want, it was like, all right, I really gotta like work on it and get it there to where then it just looks jagged. So there's just like not enough product in here or something. I've tried to like, you know, store it overnight upside down. I've tried to shake it up before I use it, and it's just always the same result. So I would just not, I don't know if this is just the way like pen eyeliners are and I'm just not used to it, but in my opinion, I would just not buy this because it's just not very black and it bleeds. And yeah, it's just, that's a bummer because I really like this, you know, I like how thin it is. It's really nice and easy, but I love the tip, but it just, the formula just didn't work for me. Okay, the next thing, I did another whole review on these, and I will link that for you guys. These are the Rimmel Magnify Eyes eyeshadow palettes. Now, if you watched that video, I like the first one and the third one. This is number 2 in London Nudes Calling. This one has such a different formula than the other two. One, this palette, there's only one matte, and it's like right here. So it's not even really like a nice transition shade. These two shades are nice in the middle, but otherwise this palette is very flaky. They're very dry. It's just really strange because the other ones are not like that, but this one I just, I don't like at all. And I really love these shades, but a lot of these shimmers, except for the two in the middle, are just very dry and very, very flaky. Okay, last I have 2 skincare things I want to talk to you guys about. This one is the Equate Beauty, and Equate is like Walmart's generic brand. Equate Beauty Take Off or Wipe Away the Day Balm. This is compared to the Clinique Take the Day Off. They have like a whole, like Equate has a whole line that is supposed to be like Clinique dupes. So this I really wanted to try for a while. I've never tried the Clinique Take the Day Off. But this was around like 12, 13 bucks, and to where I just kept being like, I don't really need it, I don't need it, I don't need it. But I did find this on clearance for like $9, and now after using it, I know why it's on clearance, because this stuff sucks. So it looks like this, it's just like a white cleansing balm. It's very gritty. When you put your hands into it, you're like, ooh, ugh. It's really gritty. But then when you kind of start to rub it in your hands, it does become a little more oily. So I thought, okay, great. This is really going to take off my makeup. So, you know, I'm starting to take off my makeup, and yes, it takes off your makeup. It melts everything off very beautifully. But then I go in to put water, you know, to wash it off, which it does say to do. It says rinse thoroughly with water. So I'm not crazy. And so I start to do that, and then the product is just not coming off. It's not coming off. It's not coming off. This just like sits on top of my skin. It doesn't come off. I've even tried to like wipe my hands off, you know, wash my hands before trying to get the product off, because I was like, well, maybe I have product on my hand, product on my face. Maybe that's why. No, it still didn't work. The product then just transferred to my hand and just stuck there. It's like a magnet to my skin, and it wouldn't just come off. So really what this product did was just kind of rub all my makeup around. Yes, it did take it off. And then I had to take a towel and just wipe everything off with absolutely no water. So it was just really difficult to use. Like I said, it did take off my makeup, but it just kind of like sat on top of my skin. And then even after I like rinsed it, you know, I wiped it off with a towel, and then I rinsed my face, and I, you know, wiped it off, I still felt this like film on top of my skin. So just pass. Just pass on that. Okay, so this next thing is probably going to surprise some of you, but this is the EYESHADOW Coconut Ultra Hydrating Paper Mask. I love the Mist Spa Mask, the hydrating one. I absolutely love it, but I recently went to my Walmart and they didn't have any of them, and I was like, well, I'll try these Yes2 ones. So I got this one, and then I also got the cucumber one. Now the cucumber one I have not tried yet, but this one burned my skin like a mother. I don't even know why. This is supposed to be like an organic type of brand, but I do remember that once my sister had the Yes to Tomatoes like acne spot treatment, and I did try that on a blemish, and then the next day I woke up and my entire area, like it was right here, it was like a third eye, and right here was so incredibly dry that it did not work for me. It did not react to my skin really well at all. So I don't know if there's like an ingredient in this brand that my skin does not like, but it smelled, you know, like coconuts. It smelled really good. I don't know if it was hydrating, because I literally put it on, and then within a minute my skin was burning so bad that I was like, I have to take this off. It hurts so bad. So I don't know if anyone else had a similar experience to this, but yeah, this just did not work for me. It burned so badly. Okay guys, so that is it for my products that I absolutely did not like video. Thank you so much for watching. Again, YouTube disclaimer as always, if some of these products are like your holy grails, girl, do you. Like, products are different for everyone, so, you know, we're all gonna like different things. These are just things that didn't work out for me personally. But again, thank you guys so much for watching, and just for all your love and support. I give that all right back to you guys. I hope you have an awesome day, and I will catch you guys in my next video. Bye!